Good morning, folks. Welcome back to 3Zen. So, on June 18th, 1970, at 12:34, I took off in a tweet on a dual sortie with Russ Sweets. And I suspect, although I don't have it recorded anywhere, I suspect we headed out to the area which was west of Randolph. Maybe did a little bit of area work and then dropped into Hondo Air Force Base at that time, or Hondo Field, I don't know what it was, and did some touch and goes. At any rate, the mission lasted 1.4, and I recorded 8 landings. And I suspect it was on that ride I was introduced to T-37 no-flap landings and T-37 single-engine landings. And like I said, it was 1.4, and I can tell you I just know this, it was hot as hell. Everything was hot as hell. It was always hot as hell in San Antonio in June. It doesn't matter whether it's 1970 or 2024, it's still hot as hell. So that's the activity that I found myself with in 1970. Now I want to take a moment and show this to you. This was a Bible we all bought. It was in the clothing sales store, and they had stacks and stacks of these things. And this is just a fascinating book. Mine's got tape all over it from the cover surviving 54 years. And through this book, it's like reliving UPT in the 60s and 70s again myself. So I use this book in conjunction with these videos and my grade sheets to kind of enhance the perspective I'm presenting to you, I'm giving to you. You can see these, I'm going to hold this up, hopefully you can see in the picture here, these guys all have crew cuts. And that's what we had for the most part in those days, were crew cuts and K2B flight suits. Now the K2Bs were cotton flight suits, and green bags, I guess we call them. And when we went to Nomex, they were still green, so we still call them green bags. At any rate, one of the fascinating thing about the K2B was when you flew and you came down, you were often left with a salt ring around your back from the sweat, and very prominent. And our schedulers would say to us, "Hey, Holliker, turn around." So you turn around, he could see the number of salt rings you had, and he could tell how many times you flew that particular day, and whether or not he wanted to send you up again. Little tricks of the trade before we had computers. Just have the student turn around and count the salt rings. So that's what I was doing on June 18th, 1970. Good to see everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Bubbo Base Gear, stop.